Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Sword Coast and Peril. My name is ThePaladinBelle. I will be your dungeon master this evening, and I appreciate everybody for being here. I will once again like to announce that on the 17th of this month, I have a debut coming up. It will be starting at 8:30 p.m. EST. We will be doing making a small setting and local area for a D&D D&D like one shot essentially. It'll be TTRPG one shot because it'll be system adjacent or system agnostic. That way you can use whatever system you want. And I'll be kind of showing off some DM resources and kind of stuff that I used early on before I had access to like more stuff. So it'll be easier for you, the viewer, to be able to kind of make your own stuff. So the initial thing will be a hex crawl map, and then a local area town map, and then a dungeon. And all of this will be released in a zip file for free. I'm not sure what way I'm going to be releasing it, but I'll figure that out later. But yeah, we'll see everybody on the 17th, and we're going to go ahead and go over to my players and let them say hello. And we're going to go ahead and say, hi, everybody. They can now see and hear you.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
How is everyone this evening?
Fantastic.
Good.
All right.
Great.
Did you shout out your YouTube in your phone?
I did not. If you want to support the channel, you can always go to my throne and donate for things. I am currently trying to get a second monitor funded because God knows I need it. There are other things on there that I really just want. But those wants are less pressing than needs. But yeah, that, and then you can always subscribe with Twitch Prime. If you have a Twitch Prime subscription, if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you can subscribe for 1 month to one creator for free every month. And you could throw it my way. And then other than that, if you miss streams, you can always go over to my YouTube channel and watch older streams. I have fixed the audio sync issue, and the VODs will be going up soon. So that has been fixed. Yeah, so essentially the files had to be, I had to basically, there was a weird thing where the files were kind of out of sync. So I just put them into a different program, split the audio and the video, and then synced it up that way. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. We're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna have you guys introduce yourselves and your characters, and we're gonna start with Jess.
Red is on mute.
Get wrecked, scrub.
Oh, the microphone's been thrown at my head. I've been attacked.
Cool.
I don't think we have the tech budget to keep throwing microphones.
This is why I get shotgun mics. They're only like $10.
It's alright, these are just boomerang mics. They'll come back.
Well, be careful. Jester does like to eat the mics. We've learned that on my stream.
I will eat the mics. Anyway, hi, my name is Jester Void. You can call me either by he, him, or it. It's pronouns. I sometimes stream on Twitch under Beckoning Void. Tonight I am not playing Rika. I'm playing Quincy Skylark, my little Drow fighter boy. He's very cool. He's very awesome, and I love him. Big sword boy. But yeah, I'm here. I'm queer. I gently hand the microphone back to God.
Yeah, and up next, Poppy, why don't you introduce yourself and your character, please?
Thank you for the gracious handing of the mic. Hello, I am Poppy Ender Abbey. You can find me on APTPoppy on all forms of social media. Unless I forgot, then you found me. I use the she, her pronouns, and I'm a trickster little fae who puppeteers this funky little dragonborn, Hero Gleamstone. They are a sapphire gemstone dragonborn who is a swashbuckler rogue and a Oath of Glory Paladin, and they are the hero of your tales.
Fantastic.
They use they, them pronouns.
Thank you. Up next, Eldritch, why don't you introduce yourself and your character, please?
Sure. I am Eldritch, Historical Queen on Twitch, and I'm playing Lorraine Bailiff, Artificer, Warlock, multiclass. They go by she, her, I go by she, they. That's about it.
Fantastic. Up next, Lynx, why don't you introduce yourself and your character?
Hi, I'm Lynx. You can find me as Quarklynx wherever you socialize your medias, including here on Twitch. I am fine with any pronouns, and tonight I'll be playing Mithringale Harrion Michaelis, our fancy little princeling tiefling bladesinger wizard. Gale uses he/him pronouns, and I digitally alter the pitch of my voice to give him his. So if you hear someone speaking in a British accent that you don't recognize, hi, that's probably me. That's my little guy.
Fantastic. And finally, Huffy, why don't you introduce yourself and your character, please?
I am Miss Huffy. I'll be playing Charybdis the Shark Princess today. We both use she, her pronouns, and you can find me at twitch.tv/Miss Huffy.
And patreon.com/Miss Huffy.
True.
Okay, so, who would like to tell us what happened last time?
I was talking and I muted myself.
muted yourself.
Best, you gotta keep an eye on that.
I didn't think I'd be doing it, but I'm like, well, I have a general idea of what happened.
I can do the recap if I must.
No, I steal a microphone from your hands.
The burden falls upon my head
No.
alone.
I'm literally right here. I'm literally right here.
Alas, if only someone would take this agony from me.
Can we get stage security up here? Pretty please.
Oh, the pain.
Stage security is just one of those really long canes with the hook on it. Just...
Oh,
Ah, alas. Ah.
so my brain was thinking of sweeping Lynx off stage. Swish, 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 swish.
A swish. A swish, swish, swish. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, now that we finally cleared the stage, we decided to go after the Red Brands, into their hideout. And so we walked in and went, oh, this is certainly a place. And instead of clearing out any of the rooms first, we walked straight to, the current Hand of Cord, just vibing up there. Where Ashton was talking to her. And I very helpfully went, you're breaking the law. Points. Why would you do that? And then I was called a narc.
Stop! You violated the law.
I was called a narc. It's not like it's untrue. Owie, my feel. And then I believe it was Gale that threw fire? Or somebody.
Yeah, fireball.
Threw fire at, like, the explosives meant to go to, like, his brother.
Yeah, if anyone was gonna blow it up, should be Gale.
And that alerted almost every single guard in the building. Which is fun, very cool. But we handled them pretty fast. Some of them got knocked into the ditch. Some of them got webbed. But like, for one reason or another, we killed them. They're dead. Gone. And then, so Ashton also challenged the current Hand of Cord to like an honor duel. And they were doing that, and Ashton was getting his butt whooped pretty hard. And was being taunted about it. And so I believe tapped Charybdis in. So that's what's going on over there. That Hand of Cord is not going to be alive at the end of the day. Let alone the end of the turn, probably. And then over here, to like where Gale and everyone else is, we tried to handle the guards like diplomatically, but one of them called Gale a name, and Leo didn't like it.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of exactly what happened. Oh, is
Yeah.
that how we're playing this? Smite.
yeah, so that's not going good. Gale cast Walking Bomb, but nobody got hurt. Too bad.
I mean, the guy who was the bomb got hurt pretty bad.
I mean,
Oops,
yeah, but
yeah.
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about us.
I
I
mean,
mean, the only
Also, Leo got hurt. Leo was in the range of the bomb. Yeah, he just didn't
Oh,
get
shit.
infected because he's a construct.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So currently, the only really hurt ones are Ashton, Leo, and me.
I mean, I
believe.
did get a little smacked, so
Yeah,
that's
but, like,
fine.
You're not gonna die.
Yeah, most of the
Fine.
party is injured, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
But, like, it's not dying level. In fact,
Except
we'll probably be
Charybdis.
fine.
Charybdis is fine.
Everybody but Charybdis and Lilith are fine because Lilith is at full health.
Yay.
But yeah, so we they end up fucking dying.
Uh,
Rest and rip. And I believe we left off when Charybdis officially tagged in.
Yep.
We did do a little side thing with like these two goons up in the corner just playing totally not Magic the Gathering.
No, it's definitely Magic the Gathering. We're in Faerun, and Wizards of the Coast owns both, so it's canon. It's Magic the Gathering.
They're playing Magic the Gathering, and one of them's very upset at the other one.
Yes.
But I think that is about it.
All right. Yeah, you can take the point of inspiration, and we pan back in specifically on the room with Gale, Quincy, Lorraine, Leo, and Hero. Hero, you don't see any traps currently in this area. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it's not trapped.
Okay.
At the end of this at the end of this hall is a door.
Mhm.
Uh,
I was gonna say I don't think Hero would take notice of traps because they're flying.
that's totally fair. But yeah, no, absolutely, you are. I'm just gonna go ahead and say for the everybody in this room, this hall is
Mhm.
not trapped, and right now you're not in a combat order because there are no enemies to fight. So if you guys want to move up and into this room, you absolutely can, without like expending movement speed.
Whomp. Let's go save some
Gale's
people.
gonna spend like a solid 30 seconds fretting over Leo as they continue walking.
Leo is going to lay hands on Gale, and
He's gonna fight
fucking-
Gale.
Ooh.
And we'll put. Let's see, how many points of lay on hands do you have, buddy? He'll just put all 20. Or no, you only need. He puts 15 points of lay on hands. And you heal. And you heal back to full.
Yeah. I think
Mhm.
Hero will follow in that suit of like, oh right, I could do that too. And then we'll look over down to Quincy and then pat them on the head and go, Soldier Quincy, for you. And then heal you for 10 hit points.
You. I
I'm
needed
keeping my extra 5 just in case.
that. Someone goes down.
Yeah.
So, Huffy, the turn order is currently still at the order where you were. So the next turn order would be Quincy, the Goliaths, who are all dead, Leo, Ashton, and then it'll go back to the top of the round.
Okay, but look at the numbers. Mine is higher than the Goliaths, but lower than Quincy's, but I'm not between them.
Higher than the Goliaths.
Did you go yet?
I think we skipped Quincy's
Oh.
turn because we ended the combat.
I know what it
didn't-
is.
Oh.
You guys' turn switched.
Yeah, you're-
Right.
You switched.
You took Ashton's
yeah,
turn.
You switched with Ashton.
Mm.
Yeah, you currently have Ashton's initiative.
But in the turn order, Ashton looks like he's right where he should be, at 3, which should be right at the end, right before what's-her-face.
Yes. and then but you just went.
Cord put you at the top of the order.
Yes.
That's what happened.
Yeah, that was what happened. You were put at when you tagged in. It was you initiative time,
Got you.
and that will be fixed at the end of this round.
Okie dokie.
So Quincy and Hero, do you go through the door?
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
door. It's a trap.
Inside
you all
this
die.
room, you see 3 large sarcophagus with swords kind of resting on top of the sarcophagi. They are, older looking swords. They're not rusted, but they look like they haven't been cleaned in a while. There's a layer of dust over them. But they are usable swords. They're long swords specifically. And they are just kind of sitting on sarcophagi. What do you do?
I want to see if I can tell anything about the swords, because that's like Gale's special interest.
Okay.
Perception.
Hey, Gale.
Uh-huh.
Roll me a 1 second. I just gotta get this. I gotta grab it and see what it is. Okay. Hello. I need
Roll me
you
a
to
Constitution
roll
saving
me-
throw.
It might be. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Strength save. I need a strength save from Gale.
Cool. Great.
Wait, no, it's a dex save for this because it's engulf.
Oh,
Great. Hey, I have Perry with me. Wide guard reaction, give me an advantage.
Sure, absolutely.
There, that's not
You
much better,
still
huh?
fail and take 31 points of acid damage.
God.
Actually,
Oh.
raise my hand.
Uh-huh.
Take an inspiration. Take an inspiration. Don't take that damage yet.
But what if I?
what if for
All
drama
right.
I take it?
I'll make it one more time. Thank you for the inspiration. Oh
Take
God.
31 points of acid damage. And yes, it is the return of the piss cube.
Ah,
Ow.
But yeah, that's why I said Quincy won't like won't in particular would be unhappy with the this particular enemy because the player specifically has beef with gelatinous cubes. We're gonna go ahead and make the gelatinous cube the Goliath's initiative because I don't feel like rolling again. And so Quincy, it's your turn. You're in combat now.
Okay.
There's a gelatinous cube, and
You
it
can
has
do it.
eaten Gale.
You can do it.
You can do it. Jesus Christ. I knew looking after royals was hard. Jeez. I don't say that out loud. For the record, I don't say that out loud. 'Cause I don't want to get my ass handed to me.
Yeah, you're totally not being
Alright.
stared down from behind by a giant man made of metal and porcelain.
He's always staring at me.
What
Can
a
I pull,
freak.
Can I
Always
pull Gale
watching.
out?
You may roll a strength check, but you will take damage.
I can take it.
Okay.
I can take it.
You'll take
Strength check?
4d4 acid damage, yes.
Okay, check. Not a save.
So athletics. It would be athletics.
Oh.
Uh,
My athletics has a +8.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. So athletics would be 21, 22,
23.
23. Yeah, you're able to pull Gale out, and you take 10 points of acid damage. But Gale is no longer in the goop.
Ow.
oh,
Hooray.
my lay on hands.
And I
Gone.
will also say that I will give that as like an item interaction action, essentially.
Hey, Gale,
so
you're an
that's
item
not,
now.
That's not a full action.
A priceless item.
Gale,
Yeah.
you're an item now. Congratulations.
He and Leo are an item. Ah ha ha.
Paladins
Okay.
want him.
Uh-huh. Exactly. Yeah, go ahead. And so you still have...
Oh wait, I took damage.
You did take damage.
I can
You're-
hellish rebuke.
Yes, you can.
If you kick
If it'll work.
Oh,
Come
I
on.
can. I can add up to half your proficiency bonus round up to any strength, dexterity, or constitution check that doesn't already use your proficiency bonus. Okay.
Why is this? Why
Okay.
does this sheet not already have saving throws on here? We'll just roll that. That is a fail on its dex save. 24 will hit its AC.
The 24 hit.
Yes. Takes 9 points of slashing damage.
Wait, I raised my hand.
Yes.
I raised my hand.
Uh-huh. Grey weapon fighting, when you roll a 1 or 2 on damage. Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. Go ahead, re-roll it.
It's just 1d6.
Yep.
Come on, baby. Yeah,
All right.
so that's 3 plus 5.
8.
Yeah. What? How's that? Plus 3, 3 plus 5 plus 5.
Yeah, so 8.
13.
13 points of slashing damage to this gelatinous cube.
Ugh. Okay.
And then it took 12 fire damage from Gale.
And I think object interaction, bonus action, or just a free action?
Free action. Also, don't you have extra attack? You're a fighter.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do. hang on, gang. I forgot whom I was.
10 will hold on 1 second. Cube,
Will
what is
10
your
hit?
armor class? No.
I'm not using my end spell on this. I have 2 of them. I only used 1. That's my turn.
Okay, make a dexterity saving throw as the cube tries to engulf you.
Consider rude. Consider rude, bad, mean.
Perry, does Perry get a no? Because it wasn't
No.
Gale's turn. Never mind. That was Gale's reaction.
Oh,
Do you want
Am
to
I
use an
dead again?
inspiration? Do you want to use an inspiration to not die?
ooh, yeah.
Because you will take 31 points of acid damage.
Okay. 14.
Reactions can be used when it's not your turn.
Yes.
Once per turn.
Yeah.
once per round.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
wasn't that on your turn the last round? Question mark?
No,
that would be
it
this round.
wasn't Gale's turn.
It was during the time that where they were out of turn order. So
14.
14 does not succeed the DC 16 dexterity saving throw. I
You can
will-
use my inspiration.
Yeah. And we also have, I believe, ones in the pool.
Yeah, we still have pool party.
So you may
Well,
roll one more time.
Are we using pool or Huffy's?
That is Holly volunteered hers, so hers.
Okay.
So Quincy, roll again.
One more time.
Let's go gambling.
Uh,
Did you mute
Oh.
yourself, Jeff?
I believe Jess is muted for the time being. Okay. So we will come back to Quincy's attempt to save themselves from the cube. But we will kind of, because again, rounds take part in 6-second intervals. So we are going to go ahead and try and fuck this cube up with the obsidian longsword from Leo, which hits, and he takes with his final level 2 spell slot. We'll take that needs an extra D8 because it's second level, so 11, 24, 31 points of damage from Leo's first swing,
Yeah.
and then he's gonna two-hand it this time. That's a 23. We're gonna turn off smite because he doesn't have any more.
He does not get the one-handed attack bonus from his dueling fighting style.
Yep. So he does another 9 points of slashing damage. Jess, whenever you are back, let us know, and we will let you re-roll that saving throw again. Okay, so
Essentially, if you didn't hear, you got a inspiration. Supposedly cannot unmute for some reason.
okay. Probably background noise.
The way it was phrased makes me think it's technical difficulties, but or it could be dogs. We'll see.
But yeah, if
I
you
mean,
would,
what's more technical of a difficulty than a dog?
it's understandable. But yeah, whenever you're ready, go ahead and roll another dex save. But for right now, we're gonna go ahead and go over to Ashton's turn. Ashton is going to chug a potion. So that will be. Let me double check how much that potion, a standard potion of healing, does. Important house rules.
D4 plus 4.
2d4 plus 4. Yep. So 2d4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ashton heals 10 hit points.
Yay!
And then, so it's I've made it a bonus action to chug potions, and so actually everybody got 2 potions, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
So Ashton's gonna chug another one.
Are you doing it like how I do it, where if you chug it as an action, you get the full benefits, and then
Yeah.
you roll?
So,
Yeah.
So let's see. So we're
So
gonna
he would just get 12 as a full
Yeah.
action then.
12 more fucking hit points for Ashton. So he's not so beat up. And then that'll be Ashton's turn. We are now going to fix the turn order so that I can have that ready to go. Oof.
God. Okay.
I'm faded. Chat.
Okay, so you take 31 points of acid damage. You are
Okay.
not dead or dissolved yet. We're in until you are until you have reached half more your hit points, like you know how death works in D&D.
So it was 32. I had like 28 hit
Yep.
points. That puts me at like.
Yeah, you're not in the
what?
negatives. You just go back to 0, basically.
Okay.
Yep.
It has to like double your hit points.
If you are in the cube for more than 2 rounds, you will dissolve because you will fail all of your death saving throws because it just
Yeah,
eats
makes
you.
sense. Yeah.
Oh god,
It
it's got
is-
this new boy.
It is now the Hand of Cord's turn. Okay, Charybdis,
Ah,
are you ready?
keep in mind, you're rolling at disadvantage. Until I get hit, anyway.
Okay, so first attack from the Frostbrand. Second attack from the Vorpal Scimitar.
Nay.
And then the third is Open the Gates of Battle. That
Nay.
also misses. Yeah, no, she is very, very upset that she missed all 3 of her attacks. And she'll look at you and go,
Wow.
how are you this fast?
Fast as fuck, boy.
Is that how Charybdis responds?
Well, she's like Mega Shark Charybdis,
Yeah.
so it's probably more distorted. But yeah, she says something to the effect.
Phenomenal. We love Charybdis. Okay. Gale, it is your turn. Your new companion has just been eaten by a gelatinous cube that tried to eat you. What do you do?
Mhm.
Withering
Well,
Bloom.
Didn't give me an option to upcast it, but yeah.
That spell fucking rules. I love that spell.
What does?
Yeah, so it's rolling as an attack. That's so confusing. Okay, it's a saving throw, not an attack roll.
Okay. What is the save?
Constitution?
Okay, so it's
Yes.
best stat.
Oh,
Uh,
well.
There's a lot of vegetables in this jelly. They're just floating around, keeping it robust.
okay. That's a 7.
I don't know.
Okay,
That is
so
a
that is
natural
insufficient.
2. That is a natural 2.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna click this again and see if it. No, it still does. Okay. Well, oh well. Okay. Well, let's try rolling. No. No. Okay.
Maybe
All right.
you should be able to like uncheck the check mark that says attack. And then,
I'm gonna have to go in and fiddle with that later. I swear, every time I open my sheet, it's fucking with me. It does this just to fuck with me. All right. So the damage, I was gonna upcast it to 3rd level.
Uh-huh.
So, the damage is increased by a d6.
Uh-huh.
So it is 3d6 necrotic damage.
Okay. So,
And Quincy can heal 2 unspent hit dice, so you can roll those. And you also regain equal to the roll plus my spellcasting ability modifier. So my ability modifier is intelligence, so you get 5 in addition to what you've rolled.
okay, so it's, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You get 12 hit points back, Quincy. You are alive and swimming in the goo.
Gale cannot try and pull Quincy out. So is gonna just occupy the same spot as Perry here.
Well, it's object interaction. So, yes, you can.
Gale will perish if he tries to reach into that.
That's totally understandable.
Uh-huh.
Lorraine.
Although, well, he might be able to use a bonus action to try it. He doesn't have Thorn Whip. Well, let's see. Oh, would anything else help there?
I think it's too
no,
heavy for
well-
Mage Hand.
Well, yeah. Might as well just try a little Ray of Frost action.
Okay.
Again? What on earth? They're always the opposite of what they need to be.
13 will not hit.
Okay, worth a shot.
Lorraine,
The
it's
end.
your turn. Your new companion was just eaten by a goo. What do you do?
First of all, I would like to firebolt.
Okay.
This is a rule of thumb. See if that helps.
Firebolt 24 will hit. Roll damage.
Damn.
Nearly
so
maxed.
You hit this thing and it engulfs and dissolves. And Quincy, you're just kind of sitting there in a puddle of goop.
I mean, good thing for armor that not a lot of his skin is showing, but oh. He's just gonna lay on the ground.
Cool. Are we out of initiative order?
Yeah.
At this point now?
the goop is dead.
Okay, cool.
I still do have one last thing I can do on my turn
Yep.
to finish
okay.
it up.
Do that.
Because despite what people might think, Lorraine does have a bit of healing. She's gonna kneel down next to Quincy, like, alright, come on, get up, we're not done here, and cast Cure Wounds.
Phenomenal.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and
I
cast
am.
Cure Wounds.
Yeah.
11
11
points.
Yay! Sorry, I had to like AFK 'cause like a stray dog came in and then it was just a whole mess of things.
I understand. But yeah, you are out of initiative order as of right now. Inside this room,
Ow.
other than the puddle of goop, are the 3 sarcophagus with these swords on them. Actually, I have decided they are not long swords. They are one of my custom homebrew items, broadswords. But they are laid across each of these sarcophagus. in kind of the way you would bury a knight.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's kind of what's they are. That's kind of what's around here. There is a door, or two doors technically. One of them go here where Hero and Quincy are, and one of them here. Gale, you had wanted to investigate the swords.
Yeah. Gail's gonna have Perry go first this time and
does not
scoot
seem
around
to
a little
be-
bit.
There does not seem to be another gelatinous cube.
Okay, great. Yeah, Gail will go up and take a close look without touching first.
Okay. You may roll history.
Ooh, a bitch loves history. Let's see. That one. 18.
These are the swords of former knights of Cormier. Knights of Cormier are known as the Purple Dragon Knights. They typically ride in battle on the backs of adult purple dragons. They are one of the most feared knightly orders in all of Faerun. And these seem to be the graves of 3 of those knights that have perished, essentially. Kind of denoting to you, this probably didn't always belong to the Red Brands.
Mm-hmm. So we've killed or evacuated or gotten rid of most of the beings that Gale sensed with breast sense earlier, right?
Yes, for the most part.
For the most part, yeah. So there's still the 2 people that's assumed to be prisoners, and then in the other corner, and then the person here, and the Nothic that ran away. Were there any others?
Nope, that's it. And Gale would know, these 2 have not moved. They've just been kind of chilling. Like, they probably heard the commotion outside, because there was a fireball, but likely elected to just not, because fuck that noise.
Yeah.
So likely
Yeah.
those 2
Gale
can
Force
be
win.
those 2 can be negotiated with.
Cool. Or consider.
Uh-huh.
Oh, is this too fucked up? Let me read it first. Someone else do something first, and I'll get back to me in a minute.
Okay.
Let me think about it. I would like to door open. Unless Hero's going to open it.
Yeah, either way, Hero or Quincy can open the door.
Do
I'll
we
open the
have
door.
keys?
Okay.
Do we have the keys for these?
It does not seem to be
Yeah,
locked.
Hero... yeah, but Hero does jangle a set of keys around their tail
Yeah.
in front of your face.
But you do have keys that Hero just yoinked from the fucking corpse of that Red Brand.
Well, sick. If it
Sorry,
works,
I
it works.
thought I told you all. I grabbed the keys. Shiny object syndrome kind of took interest, and I grabbed them and didn't tell you guys.
I mean, it's good. It means we have keys. After you.
No. After you, because you are the soldier. You are the lieutenant, sergeant, whatever you want to call it. Here you go. You should be the one freeing them from their captivity.
Lieutenant specifically is the rank.
All right, it's me. What's up?
Okay, so we will pan back in on this in just a moment. What you see, Quincy, is a pair of very disheveled prisoners. One of them is sitting, carving something with like a shiv that resembles a club, and the other one is like trying to see what's going on from the bars of her cell. But we are going to pan back over to Charybdis.
Hello.
Charybdis, you are standing here in front of this woman who just tried to slash you with 2 swords, and was unable to. What do you do?
Yeah. Where she's stabbing turns out to not actually be where Charybdis is, or at least not quite. Would it be an athletics roll to try to disarm her of the flaming sword?
You may try, yes.
I would like to use my fancy schmancy armor to add my intelligence bonus to this roll.
Okay.
And since I am in hybrid form, this gets advantage. So add 5 to the end result. So we've got 27.
So you knock this sword from her hand, but it seems to immediately return. As if
Classic.
magically.
Well, in that case, I think I've just wasted my whole turn.
I would say, again, like I did with the pulling someone out of the goop, I will make that an object interaction.
Okie doke. Well, in that case, I would love to stab her.
Okay.
She just wasted my object interaction. How dare you?
The flaming sword seems to be bonded to her.
Gotcha. 18.
18. Let me check her armor class. 18 does not hit.
Okay. I'm going to use extra attack and see if I can hit her one more time.
No, 15 will not hit.
No. Alrighty. That is her turn then.
All right. So we're gonna pan back over for the moment to let's see. Let me see. Gale, you wanted to do something.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted to do a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Gail's gonna stand in front of one of these tombs for, let's say, a minute.
Okay.
With his book out. It looks like he's doing some magic shit.
Okay.
It's fine. Yeah, it only looks a little spooky. And Gail's gonna cast Animate Dead.
Okay. Out of this sarcophagus, a skeleton appears, kind of picking up the broadsword from the top of it. He's got a shield on his arm, and he's wearing very old knightly armor, and it will look at you for orders.
Yeah, so Gail will bow politely and say,
Apologies for interrupting your rest, Honourable Knight of Cormier.
and then mentally, after saying that, is going to silently command it to
Free your halls from the scum that have been misusing them. Eliminate the red brands.
It nods
Mhm.
and will attempt to go and do what you told it to.
It's worth a shot at least.
Yeah, no, absolutely it is. So it's gonna go and attempt to murder these red brands.
Ahaha.
Charybdis, what you're able to see this like skeletal knight head toward this fucking room over here. And I will roll the results of that secretly. So I am going to have Ashton move up just so that he can kind of see a little better of what's going on, and kind of ask Charybdis, "Friend, are you okay?"
I'm perfectly fine. How
Phenomenal.
are you doing?
I am doing better than I was.
Glad to hear it.
He will not yet tag back in, though. It is now the Hand of Cord's turn. So
Same rules before. Until I get hit, these are at disadvantage.
yes. So the Hand of Cord is going to Frostbrand Scimitar.
Ooh, close.
And then Vorpal Flaming Sword. No.
Nah.
And then Open the Gates of Battle. Motherfucker.
Ooh, marvelous.
Natural 1. All right.
Yeah, it's flickering for me too, actually.
So
I thought it was like my connection.
Working though, so.
Yeah.
but yeah, you now, Charybdis, have a turn, and then we're gonna go back over to the bozos in the cells.
Marvelous. Can I bonus action 2 guidance myself?
Yes.
Marvelous. I will do that and then attempt to wallop her.
Okay.
Whap whap.
Natural 1.
Yikes. Not gonna waste the guidance on that one.
Okay.
That one might need it.
That one does need it. You do not hit with.
Hey, that's a 21.
That exactly meets her AC. Go ahead and roll damage.
Wonderful. I need a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
All right.
And then I get to roll the additional elemental
That's
weapon
a
damage.
26.
Yeah, that passes.
So.
Yeah, that passes by 10. Let's see. Arcane weapon does an extra d6. Alright, 1 second. This is acid. 3 more acid.
Okay, so.
I should like
1 more
mark
acid.
thingy for. Is she resistant to acid too?
Acid, fire, and electricity.
Well, damn. I don't have any other elements that I can use.
You mean it did damage?
Yeah. Are the other ones immunities?
Fire is, and so is thunder.
So yeah.
Yes. She is the hand of Cord. Like she
Yeah, that's
was
fine.
the boss fight. We are now back over to
Yeah, that's fine.
you guys in the cells. So Quincy, you see a young woman with like strawberry blonde hair, and she comes up to the bars and goes, "Who are you? And did my father send you? I told them that he would."
He did, right? At God,
No.
I'm pretty sure.
No.
Someone else did.
No, specifically you heard from the Hand of Cord. Her father had them locked up. This is
Yeah,
the mayor's daughter.
Yeah, I think he just like holds up the keys. Lieutenant, right?
Yep.
I'm a lieutenant with the Flaming Fists. I'm here to get you out of here.
Okay. She looks at you and goes, "Oh, I didn't know the fist came up this far."
I am learning that apparently they don't either, but I'm here now. So.
But yeah, you were able to unlock and let her out of her cell.
Yeah. Unlock this one.
You see
Cautiously.
this young man, he's in his like mid-20s, and he kind of comes out and goes, "Did you guys already kill all the red brands, or making me having made this club for no reason?"
I believe we've got all of them. There may be I don't think there's any that we happen to miss. I mean, you can keep the club.
Yeah, I intended
guess.
to. I intended to. I was gonna try and beat my way out.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought he meant a different kind of club.
Well, good news. You don't have to do that. And he will open the door and step aside.
Yeah, so this guy's wearing like a threadbare tunic. He's got like a piece of rope for a belt. And just basic, you're now a prisoner garb. And he like slides the club into the belt and goes, "I was hoping to get a piece of the red brands, but they were quite strong, so I'm glad some folks were able to come get them."
Yeah, well, we took care of them. So your trip out of here should be harmless. Should be anyway. We'll probably send someone ahead before we send you guys.
That's fine. We can make our way out. I can show her out, and I'll be able to defend myself on the road for the most part. Have any of you seen my armor?
Describe it?
It's a homemade rough leather armor. Had a short sword with it.
I don't believe I have.
So as this is happening, Lilith, you're over by a door.
Yeah, I was gonna
assume
go
you
in
go
here.
inside. Yeah, you can go inside and you can kind of get to this door and you're able to open it relatively easily. You have the keys. So inside this room is a supply room. It seems that these were stolen. This is all stolen equipment. There's like light hammers and axes, and inside is a set on 2 stands. There's a set of leather armor and a set of chainmail. And there's like a short sword with the leather armor and a longbow, and with the chainmail, there's a fucking warhammer just sitting there. They look brand new.
Yeah, I sort of like look over the stuff.
The
The
leather
other
armor
stuff
does
looks older,
the-
I'm assuming.
Yeah, it looks a little older. These are probably weapons the Red Brands had been using. The leather armor looks like it was made like at home out of leathers that someone was able to collect from hunting, whereas the chainmail looks like it was just forged yesterday. Like it's that like pretty and new of an armor, and it's got a tabard along it, and it has like the symbol of Phandalin on it, which is like I believe like a fox or whatever. But yeah, you have, you know, these are probably the prisoner's equipment.
Yeah, like I grab it and I sort of like walk out, and like, it's like folded up like a mother folds up clean laundry.
Uh-huh.
And I walk over to the doorway. This anyone's here?
Likely?
Yeah, he kind of, the gentleman kind of looks over and goes, "There's our gear." And Tracy will just kind of gently come over and take the chainmail and the warhammer and begin, and Alexander will kind of come over and go, "I don't know where you found this, but thank you, I appreciate it." And he'll like stick his hand out to shake yours.
He sort of looks at it for a moment, shrugs, and then shakes.
Yeah, and they will kind of back up to put on their gear, and you know, he sheathes the short sword on one side of his regular fancy belt, and he puts the fucking club on the other one. He's like, "I may not need it anymore, but I'm gonna use it."
It's gonna hang out by the door. It's gonna chill. Big vibes.
Yeah, and then we pan over to Charybdis. It is now the Hand of Cord's turn. Or actually, you know what? No. It's Ashton's turn. Ashton's gonna look at Charybdis and go, "Allow me, if you would not mind."
You sure?
"Yes. I must finish
Alright.
this." And he'll like crack his knuckles and spark the electricity. And then Ashton is gonna go. Let's see. Alright, so we're gonna do that.
Do I hear like a dog snoring? Like a little puppy.
Maybe my dog.
Huh. Why did that not go? Oh, okay, I see what it is. That is a miss. I didn't know that that Crow had the queries on. So he's gonna do, I believe he has he has extra attack. He has extra attack, so he's gonna attack one more time with that. And then burn a key point for Flurry of Blows. And then attack 2 more times. Miss. And then
Come on, buddy.
miss.
Ooh, God.
And then that is Ashton's turn.
God.
And it is now the Hand of Cord's turn. Just so you're aware, Charybdis, you as Ashton's second can pull him out at any time and take back over.
Yeah, I mean, to take damage, I sure don't mind trying to be the meat shield.
Alright, so she will roll normally this time. Frostbrand Scimitar, that will miss Ashton. Vorpal Sword, that will hit. And then Open the Gates of Battle will miss. That will deal 9 slashing and 9 fire. So that's 18.
Is Ashton taking that?
Yeah, that's Ashton. Ashton takes that.
Okay.
We're gonna go back to the next person in initiative roll. Charybdis, here's my question. Do you pull Ashton out as you see him get absolutely fucked up by this fire sword?
How's he look?
Not great. Can you not see his health bar? Let me fix that.
No.
Let me fix that.
I can see everyone but Ashton's and
Leo's.
Leo.
You can now see Ashton's health bar.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna yank him out.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Move.
Tagged out.
Move, string bean.
Charybdis tagged back in.
She's gonna bonus action to change the nature of her arcane weapon because I just read the description and I can do that. It's gonna become poison this time.
Okay. That she is not resistant to.
Marvelous. And then she's gonna try to whap her.
Okay.
Whap her with Samahada.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That hits. Roll damage.
Wahoo! And then an additional 1d6 poison damage. And then I'll need a DC 15 con save. 18. After the 18 total damage.
Yeah, she's not doing well. There's a 22 on the con save, though.
Yeah, she passes that for sure.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna do my extra attack.
Okay.
I don't suppose I can go non-lethal for this.
So here is kind of the thing.
You can totally say no because arcane weapon and shit.
One, yes, that. And two, in an honor duel for Cord's hand, the second may take the finishing blow.
Okay.
And the person who initiated the duel will still count.
Marvelous. Then yeah, let's give it a go with the extra attack. How'd that do? Ooh.
Okay. Yeah.
Quite well.
No, roll damage.
11 plus a d6.
Yeah.
That'll be 15 damage, and if she survives,
How
I'll
would
need a
you
D6
like to
25
kill
to
her?
consider. Wonderful. So, as she kind of like pulls Ashton out of the way, kind of recognizing that he's still fucked up from the start of the fight, just kind of intervenes, gets in the way, pushes the sentient blade Samahada up into this fucking lady's face, and I would like to think that he just fucking eats her.
So I will say that probably not able to eat her completely because the armor will not allow it. Probably bite her head off. You can probably bite her head off, but other than that,
Or at least the face.
You could get the whole head. You could decapitate her.
Yeah, that
So
works.
Samahada
Yeah,
just chomps
imagine
down
just, like-
and no more head.
Yeah.
So no head?
Very
And
good.
then her body
Right.
drops the swords, drops to her knees, and then falls forward. And it's just blue-colored blood, Triton blood, flowing over the ground.
He's going to dismiss her hybrid form.
Okay. And so there are two swords laying upon the ground. One of which is both of which are scimitars. One of which shimmers like it is a storm, covered in flame. The other is just a rather pretty looking scimitar. Ashton wants to, from what I understand, kind of move forward and claim the flaming Vorpal scimitar for reasons that we will get into in the next session when Ashton can join us.
You can have them both if you want.
Well, yeah, he will probably take both of them. And
Crew
then
just likes big sword.
and then she is wearing from what you can tell, her armor is this red dragon scale mail. It's one of the reasons why she's immune to fire damage. The red dragon hide keeps the fire from hurting her.
Gotcha.
The electricity and damage and electricity and thunder damage came from being the hand of Cord.
And fun fact, she would have also had resistance to cold just from being a Triton.
Yeah, she already that was the other thing that gave her resistance. So Lynx.
Uh-huh.
You know, because you could see through your familiar, this knight and Perry absolutely murder these motherfuckers that are in here playing Magic the Gathering. Just dead
Great.
as fuck.
Awesome. Cool. Then
And-
Perry would be ordered to return, and the knight would also be ordered to go back to rest.
Yeah, the knight
just take
immediately
that.
crumbles.
Well, no, to go back to his resting place.
Well, yeah, he comes back in, puts his sword back on the thing, and then crumbles into bed, essentially.
Go back to
Perfect.
bed.
It's like
There we
he's had a
go.
long
Yeah.
day, and
Mhm.
and bed is bed.
Dry bones.
Yeah.
Up
Yeah.
past curfew.
So during that whole time, Gale was just kind of leaning against the wall, like eyes closed, like looking through his familiar's eyes, but like looking like he was just kind of taking a breather, for goodness sake, because like he got chomped so good so many times.
Yeah, exactly. And so you guys are able to finish up in here. You guys are no longer in combat, and the Red Brand hideout is emptied. This was a former Knight's barracks, and it is, you guys can have the opportunity to kind of talk it out.
Little side thing, I suppose. Even headless as she is, Curtis is going to bring this gal to the ocean to release her.
Okay. You absolutely can.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so that's kind of what's going on. You guys have a chance to just roleplay and explain and kind of express what you guys are doing in the meantime.
Before Lorraine goes and talks to anyone, Lorraine is going to stumble upon first this room.
So how about we all
Mainly be-
reconvene at the main room, and then like, so that you
Yeah,
can
sure.
go from the main room to there. That makes sense
Yeah.
to me.
But yeah, she's gonna see the two dead people. She's gonna look over at the table, see the cards, scoop them all up and pocket them. So there's an in-lore reason for why the people who would not play Magic the Gathering have cards when we do have that session.
Just steal some magic cards. Not to be confused with cards that have been enchanted with actual magic.
Incredible.
This is not a deck of many things.
God. If
We don't have to
only,
worry about it.
So, beer, wine, what are we
beer.
thinking?
Beer
Yeah,
sounds good.
agreed. Let's find a good spot.
There is.
Ooh, there's a good room right here, actually.
Oh yeah, there is a
You
good
can
one
hang out
right
right
there.
here.
Oh,
Why?
yes.
Might as well.
Over here. A room we didn't even walk into the first time.
Open
Wine.
up your jug, start filling up these tankers with beer.
Fuck yeah, dog.
The barrels probably also have something.
I bet you they do. We'll crack them open later.
Yeah.
So I take it the duel went well.
Oh yeah, quite well.
Seeing as both Ashton and you are alive, so that's good.
Well, you might have noticed Ashton's a little bit changed. I don't know quite what happened. It was
Right.
under darkness.
Oh, right, that did happen. Well, we weren't looking.
We didn't see that.
I mean,
Did seem much taller.
yeah,
I believe he is a Goliath now.
probably something with the divines and or his god.
Very well could be.
I
I
have
didn't
to
quite
guess.
see the details. It was under cover of darkness.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Said Quincy, who can see in magical darkness.
I think Quincy might have actually been there to see it, but I'm not so sure.
Yes, Quincy was there to see it.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's just vibing in the corner. He's pulled the chair back here. Chill.
Are there? What's in these barrels?
In these barrels is gunpowder. These are more
Oh, shit.
explosives
Oh.
that were to be shipped to the Michaelis family.
Oh, okay. Well,
We were
in that
looking for
case,
alcohol, but
Yeah, no, these are explosives with the seal of Melvant
Damn.
on them.
Good news that
We.
This is the room that the nothing came from, right?
No, the Nothic was just kind of sitting right here, invisible, until you guys.
yeah, it
until
left here when it plane shifted or
Yeah,
whatever.
it ran in here and fucking gate and was out.
Gate, that's where it was.
I believe I called it Rika.
They
question
blinded
mark.
it.
Yeah, because Gale hallucinated that it was Rika.
ha ha ha, what?
Until it
Oh.
was blinded. Then it was nothing.
Gil
Silly
never said
question.
Rika out loud. It's fine.
Yeah.
Silly question. Could I roll Knowledge Arcana to see if I can tell where the gate is from here?
I don't think it's
I would
possible to
say
do that, but if so, I'd like to do the
I
same.
would say that if you had been in the room, you could have, but you were not in the room
Yeah.
with it when it disappeared.
Totally valid.
I'd like to approach Gail.
Yeah, Gail's probably asked Leo to help put all the gunpowder in his bag of holding so that they can deliver it to Alan later.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Carry over?
It's well,
He's just
ahead.
slowly putting it in. He goes, "Do you want to do the regular bag of holding, or you think we want to try and fit it in the work bag?"
No, not that one. Just the regular one.
Okay. He starts slowly
I think-
shoving them in
Yeah,
the bag of holding.
I think once he's just standing there, hands at his side. just
Yeah,
wait.
Gail turns to Quincy and like bows at like a shallow but polite angle because like, you know, ranking and all that.
He bows back to you, obviously deeper, because ranking points at you, fucking high above me.
Thank you for pulling me out of that gelatinous cube earlier.
Gelatinous cube.
You're welcome. I assumed it would not feel good to be in there, and I was right.
No, it did not.
Now that I look at you, you do look a little fucked up. Are y'all alright?
I was about to ask Gail if he was okay. I'm a little burnt from the acid, I think, but I'll be okay. Nothing a little breast can't fix.
Nothing life-threatening. You totally weren't in any danger of getting engulfed.
Heroes
and
sitting
think about
there
it,
knowing.
you're- Yeah, and think about it. You'll have really cool burn scars to tell people about your story, but like, you know,
Yeah.
enunciate it, make it more less of we stumbled into a room accidentally and then cube.
You want to see where I got these scars? It's from a piss cube.
Yeah.
How is? I raise my hand. How is his like armor affected by the acid? Hot?
So your chain.
Gelatinous cubes don't need armor.
I believe you're wearing chainmail, right? And the tabard.
Yeah.
So the
Mhm.
tabard has been kind of fucked up because it's made of cloth, but your chainmail's fine.
It's
he just
squeaky
looks-
clean, actually.
Yeah, it's very clean. But your
Yeah, he's
tabard's a
just-
little burned.
He just looks at his tabard and frowns a little bit, but just brushes it off. I just wanted to ask if you were okay. I mean, a lot of us got hurt. But I figured I would ask.
I appreciate your concern. As you said, a night's rest will do wonders.
These two stubborn people love them to death.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, I think now he's just waiting to be dismissed from the conversation.
Gail would just nod and like gesture like, go do whatever the fuck you want.
Sick. He skitters. Oh. Listen, rules are rules. And there's a big scary man who looks like he would kill me.
Leo looks quite injured, as a matter of fact. Like he,
Yeah.
while
hey,
yes, he could still fuck you up. He is pretty banged up.
Can I
I mean-
fix my boyfriend?
Yeah, you can.
Would you like help?
Yeah. Gail has one on. Where'd it go? Cure wounds from Draconic Healing. So, Dragon Out time, which I don't think Quincy has seen before. Gale, Dragon Wings, surprise!
Dragon wings, real sharp teeth.
Big spooky dragon eyes.
Oh,
Bright blue.
He just tilts his head and stares.
This is
Politely.
kind of normal.
Okay.
But usually it was during an act of passion. I guess it's still an act of passion right there. If you
So-
need help, I'm over here. I can also heal.
I can do
That
repair
may
if
be
you need
best.
it.
I was about to say, this body in particular, don't worry about it. I'm getting it replaced.
Well, I was gonna say
Oh.
I can do repair.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
but
should talk about that.
yes, I was going to actually have a conversation with Lorraine and Charybdis about building me a new one.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Okay.
What do you want it to be made out of?
The same materials, essentially. I just need one that isn't.
You
And he
sure?
like takes his
I
helmet
can-
off, and he's got like big gold, like you know how he repairs himself with molten gold. There are like fracture
Yeah.
scars all over his face, and like he's like, I've had to do quick repairs a lot lately.
I mean, if you'd like, we can make it out of like octopus, and you can have an octopus face.
No, thank you.
All right. No one ever wants the octopus face.
Listen, if ever I need a very quick backup body, I will let you make an octopus face.
Hey, my dad has an octopus face, and he's a very handsome gentleman.
I have met your father at one point on the battlefield. It was not a fun time. It was
I
when
imagine not.
it was not a fun time. He was not a very handsome man.
That's not very nice.
He was trying to kill me. That wasn't very nice
Well,
either.
yeah. Hey, in my culture, that is day to day.
I'm aware. I've had to fight plenty of Tritons. It was not a fun time. You tried to invade Flan twice.
Well, yeah. Tried isn't a good operative term for when I went.
I was talking about your kingdom. I wasn't there
Ah, yeah.
the second time.
That would make sense. You seem far too prepared to not have had something ready at the time.
Yeah, no. If I knew there was an invasion coming, the problem was you invaded Flan at the same time the Zentarum invaded Zenthal Keep, and getting that news, I'm sure my Lord Mithrangale can attest, was not a fun time for either of us.
Gale perks up when his name is mentioned, and like he wasn't paying attention. Looks to Leo, nods.
But it'll be fine. I just, Lorraine, I'm glad you're here. I was hoping that you and Charybdis together could potentially build me a new body.
I mean, with enough time, I suppose I could do anything.
We've certainly got the funds for supplies, if you know all the materials you'd like.
It would be funded by
I was about to say,
Kingdom's expenses.
Melvant will pay you both handsomely.
It's appreciated.
Shall we get back to Flan or Phandalin then?
That's
In
best
a moment, I wanted to try something.
Okay.
And Belle, I do have a spell I could possibly use here.
Okay.
And I want to get your opinion on it.
Okay.
Because you said he gated, right? The
Yes,
Nothic?
he used gate.
Right. I have a little funky spell called Warp Sense.
Detect a portal.
It
Okay,
lets me
yeah.
detect a portal even if it's inactive, and I can study it and make a DC 15 ability check using my spell to see where it went.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead.
That would just be a straight intelligence roll then,
Yes.
+3. So there is a chance I'll fail, but it's worth a try. Damn.
I'd like to help if possible.
Yeah, you
Gale
can
knows a
give
lot
the-
about
you can
magic.
give the help. You can give the help action. So advantage. Roll again.
Sure. So
Yeah.
roll again.
Gail's just gonna info dump in the corner about portals.
It went worse.
Oh,
I mean, we could use an inspiration if
We
we
could.
want.
you haven't used any of yours.
Yeah,
So
true.
you should have, I think, 3 currently.
I got no idea. I haven't been keeping track. I'm sorry.
So you have
Oh,
the
you
2
should
pizza
really keep
points.
track.
You have the 2 pizza points, and then the one you started with. So you have 3.
Right, yeah.
And then if you've ever done the recap, you have more than that would go into the pool.
I
Because everybody gets 3,
don't
and
think
then it
I've-
starts going into the pool.
don't think I've done any recap, so I think it's just free.
Okay, so you have 3 currently. So yes, you can roll again if you would like to use your inspiration.
God fucking damn it.
Okay, that's 1 inspiration burned.
It's one inspiration, bro. And you know
I
what?
can give you. Hold on, I can give you guidance on that one.
Well, okay, the other thing is that you should be rolling at advantage because of Gale's help action.
Oh, so is that
Yeah,
with
even your
inspiration still
inspiration,
with that? Okay,
even your inspiration
okay.
is at advantage. Because Gale is
Okay.
doing help
Still
action.
too low at a D4.
There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, you are able to you and Gale together are able to kind of look at the remnants of what was the portal. There's kind of like if you look close enough, you can see a small tear in reality.
Mhm.
He went to the Feywild.
I will relay this information to everyone else.
Well, there's
I've
no way
never
we're
been.
finding it now.
Wait, no, which part? Do you know which part of the Feywild it is?
I don't think that's part of
Roll,
it, unless
yeah, no, go ahead.
you
Roll,
learn
roll again.
you learn the destination plane of the portal.
You go ahead and roll again. Roll intelligence at advantage.
Okay.
So
That is
what
technically-
you are able to detect is smells. You're not able to detect really anything else, but you smell
Okay.
funnel cakes and cotton candy and
Oh,
and popcorn and carnival food.
Yeah. Lorraine's gonna pause for a moment, sniff the air, turn to Hero. Do you know any place we can get funnel cakes and popcorn in Feywild?
Yes, you do.
Obviously, yes. No, yes. So I guess they are no longer here. So I will have to figure out how to get back there. It's the Witchlight Carnival.
You see Leo kind of
Right,
perk up
I've
and
never
go,
been.
I could possibly have it brought to us. He pinches the bridge of
If
his
you-
nose.
If you don't want to, I could ask her.
Ew.
I am like her second favorite. You're
he
the
pulls
favorite.
out a
I don't know.
sending stone. Here.
I've never been to the Feywild. Is it any good?
The Witchlight Carnival is a very fun place. I just don't like going. And he does. He tries to hand you a sending stone, Hero. This is how he gets in touch with his mom.
Hero covering the sending stone so it doesn't overhear it, even though that's not exactly how it works.
Yep.
The hero will ask things like, "What exactly am I asking, Miss Tasha?"
Just if she's seen a Nothic and if she can bring it back.
Okay. Setting stone near their face. Hi Tasha, it's Hero. By any chance, have you seen a Nothic? If so, you should bring it back to us.
You get a reply.
Thank you.
You get a reply. Oh yes, no, dear. Hello, Hero. It's good to hear from you again. I did see a Nothic. I don't think I can bring it back to you. Mostly because I disintegrated it.
Well,
Flies over the sending stone as if muffling the voice. It's dead. Dust. Gone. Probably gonna become pixie dust or confetti for the carnival now.
Leo just kind of goes, "Did Mother disintegrate it?"
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Probably broken, unannounced. That's not the way you deal with the Fae.
Yeah, Yeah, he probably teleported directly into her chambers and immediately was
Mhm.
just fucking
Yeah.
dust in the wind. That makes sense.
Well, at least it got it what it deserved. So
Exactly.
that's all wrapped up then.
Hero, you get another sending. I could still pop by.
I will always gladly have. I will always gladly be.
Uh-huh.
What's the word I'm
Choosing
looking
words
for?
very
Yeah.
carefully.
Very carefully.
No, it's my brain shutting down. I can't think of the words I would say.
Uh-huh.
I will always gladly accept your presence here. I don't know if this was a good time due to the grief and vibes.
Right. I forgot about that. All right. Well, tell my son-in-law, soon-to-be son-in-law, and my son that I said hello, and I will speak to you again soon. Goodbye, darling.
Hero will say bye-bye very excitedly. And mention something of like, we'll arrange like a time to hang
Yeah,
out.
the time to have
And then we'll
tea
toss.
time.
Yeah. Tea time, yeah. And toss the sitting stand back to
Leo, and he'll grab
Leo.
it. And he'll just go, "Okay, thank you. I appreciate you for doing that."
She says hello to both of you,
Oh, great.
but she's not coming due to the circumstances that literally happened a couple days ago.
Thank the gods.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go see what
Yeah.
Mithrin Gale's doing, and Leo will kind of follow you out, Gale. He will gently bow to you and like mouth thank you to fucking Hero. Lord Mithrin Gale, are you okay?
Yes, fine. I just thought we were heading back soon.
Yeah, but you seem distracted.
Yep. It's been a long day. That's all. I used a lot of magic.
I'm sure there's a barracks of some kind in here. We could get you a place to just sit for a while. Just till we are done clearing up here.
Whatever you think is best.
He'll kind of gently move past you and open this door, and he goes, "There are beds in here."
Okay. Looks like I imagine there's probably beds in a few spaces around here.
Yeah, there's,
Everyone
but
just
this is
takes
that.
very
Spot one.
specifically. This is very specifically like a barracks room. Kind of looks at Gale and
Okay.
goes, "If you don't want to lay down, we can just leave. I will grab a horse and one of the horses, and we can just ride back to Phandalin and rest in your inn room."
I think it may be best if we all headed back. It's been a long day, like I said, and Ashton has a lot to handle, so
Yes,
I do not know if he wants to do that
I agree.
right away.
I agree. We should let Ashton commune with his god, so that he may gain the title of the Hand of Koi. I will be right behind you, wherever you decide to go.
Of course. Silly me, I should ask the others.
And Gale heads back in
Uh,
and notices that several of the members have left.
so,
Yeah, Liberator points to where they went.
Charybdis, you are in a small office space / bedroom. You see that there is a desk with some papers on it, and as you kind of go through this, the papers on the desk, you find correspondence between the Hand of Cord and the Cragmaw Goblin tribe, specifically what was Clarg, the guy you guys murdered. And essentially what you find there back and forth is they have Gundren Rockseeker at Cragmaw Castle, which is information you kind of already had, and kind of its exact location. And then correspondent between the Hand of Cord and the White Serpent, specifically. And it in this correspondence, you find a letter that says, our preparations will soon be complete. If we can initiate both rituals in the temples of Maglubiet and Bane, or Maglubiet and Moloch, we can bring our clutch to life. Your actions will not go unrewarded. All you need do is get rid of those pesky adventurers, and we will pay you handsomely.
Does it happen to describe where the Temple of Maglubiet is?
It does. It essentially there is a. It's not this letter doesn't, but there's a map that shows exactly where the Temple of Maglubiet is, and it's south of what is known as the Wyvern Tor, which is an area where there are just a fucking ton of wyverns.
Yeah, I think Charybdis will bring that bit of information to the rest of the party, as well as like the correspondence and all that good stuff.
Alrighty.
Seems pretty helpful.
Quincy, what you find is 2 dead Goliaths, a table that at one point had cards on it, and then just miscellaneous foodstuffs.
Ah, okay.
This is like
Some
a
Cheetos.
hangout room, essentially.
Sick.
Cheetos, Mountain Dew.
You actually would find Mountain Dew because it is canon to the Forgotten Realms.
Is it opened?
There are a couple of them that aren't, that are on like the shelves.
I will grab however many there are on the shelf.
There are 2 on the 2 liters on the shelf, and some like solo cups.
Two liters.
Silly question.
Uh-huh.
Do the letters have any sort of like means of bringing like how they brought these letters to one another? Because the white serpent or whatever probably like wrote this in human form and then sent it off somehow.
Yeah, with the goblins that they employ, or
Does it
you know,
happen
one
to
of the red brands.
Does it happen to specify roots on it?
No, it does not.
Okay.
You can
Sorry,
see kind
just wanted to check.
where each of the locations are, like where Cragmaw Castle is, where this location, Red Brand Hideout, where you are in relation to Phandalin, where Wave Echo Cave is, stuff like that.
Right on.
But other than that, like, you don't really have a postal route.
Okay, that makes sense. Sorry, I just wanted to double
No,
check.
you're okay. But yeah, you guys can all gather back in that room and discuss. I believe Gail had a question for the party.
Yeah, but if Charybdis came back with that information, that's important. That's discussion worthy.
Yeah, Charybdis, how do you present this information to the party?
Got a bunch of letters, information on where the Temple of Maglubiet is,
Ooh.
and I think parts of their grand scheme, but I will not relay it. Hopefully y'all just remember what was described.
Yeah, essentially, it's just the temple, the 2 temples, and then you're able, essentially the 2 temples, the Wyvern Tor, and the like areas where everything is.
Yeah, hell yeah.
If this ritual involves both of those temples that we were tasked with clearing out, it seems prudent to clear out the other one.
I'm inclined to agree.
Task for tomorrow, then.
If it's within range for tomorrow.
It is
Certainly.
it is a 3-day ride from Phandalin, 5 days from here.
Ah, gotcha.
So
So it'll probably be like a week until we can get there.
yeah, pretty much. But
I
yeah,
mean, setting out tomorrow.
yeah. A good bit of travel may do us some good. Anyway, just to stretch our legs. We've been kind of stuck in the surrounding area of Fendlin for a little while.
Much to do.
But yeah, so Gale, you had a question for the party.
He did?
You said he did.
I think he was just going to ask if it was time to head back.
Okay.
But I don't remember, so Gale doesn't remember.
I hope I didn't ruin everything.
You did not.
No.
You were perfectly
I know
fine.
Gale came into the room, wanted to ask something, then realized that people were gone.
Yeah, that was the.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
think he was
him
just going to
personally,
ask if
not-
it's like, hey, time to go, let's go.
All right.
Yeah. Wow.
So you are able to, within the 3 like hour time frame that it takes to get from the Red Brand hideout. If you were to go from the Red Brand hideout straight to the Wyvern Tor, where the Temple of Maglubiad is, it would be 5 days because of the terrain. But it is only several hours from where you are to Phandalin, and 2 days from Phandalin to the Wyvern Tor because there's a trail there.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I was like, also, didn't we do like a carpet ride? Didn't we ride a magic carpet or something like that?
Yeah, you have a
over here?
magic carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that also cuts down on travel time.
When did we get a magic carpet?
Last session.
Yeah.
It's on loan. We have to
Yeah,
give
we
it back
got
later.
We got it for travel.
But yeah, you guys arrive back in Phandalin. You are able to go back into the inn, and standing in the inn, or standing outside of Barthen's Provisions, is an older gentleman that looks kind of like Alexander, the guy you saved, like almost spitting image of this guy, but older. And he'll like flag your party down.
Yeah, touchdown.
As you touch down, he kind of smiles and goes, who might I ask is the person in charge of this party?
There's not necessarily one individual in charge. We work as a team.
I see. Well, I owe all of you a debt of gratitude. You saved my boy, and I want to offer you something. And he will kind of walk back into his provision shop, and he comes out. And when he comes out, he's holding a shield, and it is a beautiful looking shield with the crest of Bahamut on the front of it. This is my masterwork, a grand piece of equipment that I have not sold to anyone. I would offer it to your party along with 20 gold for each of you for saving my boy.
If you are certain you wish to part with such an intricate mastercraft,
And he'll nod.
then we will accept.
He will nod and offer the shield. Who would take the shield of Bahamut?
I guess since Gale's talking, he'll just hold on to it for a minute, and then we can sort out who gets it later. Because
Yeah.
Gale wants to know if it's just really cool, or if it's like magic, or if it's just really pretty.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's rude to try and check it right away.
He will.
Gotta give it 5 minutes.
He will kind of smile and go, it is, from what I understand, when I sent it off to my wizard friend, enchanted to resist the cold.
Thank you for that information.
He nods, and he will just kind of smile and go, "May you put it to more use than I was able to." And you can see
Wait.
that there is
Mhm.
like battle damage on the shield. Like he obviously tried at one point to use this in a fight.
Huh.
If you don't mind
Okay.
my asking, who was your wizard friend?
So a wizard from Cormyr by the name of Tace.
Do I know who that
Gotcha.
is?
Tace is an arcanist. He works out of Cormyr and is he's mildly famous.
Mhm.
He worked for the like nobility of Cormyr for a good little while. And is very famously known for like being able to enchant things quicker than a normal wizard would. Like he is somehow
Oh, okay.
very fast in his enchanting ability.
Mm-hmm. Good to know. Interesting. Noted. All right.
But yeah, you are able to.
Yeah, Gil would-
you're able to do that.
Awesome. Yeah. Gale would like politely thank the guy again, and eventually, I'm sure he would go away on his own.
Yeah, he does.
If Gale says nothing else.
He does, in fact, leave.
Mm-hmm. Without having to be dismissed. But yeah, Gale will turn to the party and hold the shield out and just say,
So, does anyone especially want a cold-resistant shield?
I mean, most of my weapons are two-handed, so I'd have to.
I would occasionally be able to use it. It really depends if I want to use my short sword or not. But we are fighting a white dragon,
Yes.
so that would be very helpful. Whoever thinks is going to be in front of the breath weapon should probably have it.
If no one else
My
takes
body's
it,
already cold resistant, so I'm
Okay.
out of the question here.
So it'd be me, Soldier Quincy, or Vesty over there.
Glaive's one-handed, right?
What type of gear does Ashton use? Would Ashton like a shield?
He
Ashton is
can't
not-
use a shield.
Yeah, Ashton.
he's
Yeah,
a-
actually, shield would debilitate him more than it would help him.
and Ashton resists cold damage anyway.
Yep.
Because
Oh, yeah,
he's
he
now
does
He is now the Hand of Cord, and that will be he will get the benefits of being the Hand of Cord.
yeah.
So, Glaive's one-handed, right?
Yeah, or Glaive? No.
Yeah, I was
no,
gonna say blade.
Heavy two-handed reach.
Yeah, Glaive is two-handed.
I'd use it
Unlike
if I
Monster
had
Hunter.
weapon.
We could fashion you up with a very fancy longsword or a rapier. If that's more your style.
I mean, either work.
And then you can have a shield.
Yeah, I could use a rapier.
Apparently, he can use a shield. He just shouldn't.
He shouldn't because it will tank his unarmored defense AC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing stopping you in Raw of just like you can't use the shield. You just don't be proficient in it. Or it'll hurt your AC.
I have both problems. I use two hands and I'm cold resistant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
So,
take-
Flame Quincy, you would like it?
yeah, I absolutely can take it.
That's a
Very
better
well.
title. Flame Quincy.
Let's see.
Flame is the Flaming Fist's term for lieutenant. It's the same thing.
Describe what's the shield, boss?
Give me 1 second, and I will put it in your where you can see it.
Beautiful.
So if you go down to handouts, you can now see what the shield does and what it looks like.
This shit looks sick as fuck.
I will actually give everyone access to see.
Yay!
The
I want to
shield.
see.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
It's giving very hap.
I almost straight up Bahamut, like Baja Blast.
I mean,
So it's a +5 to your AC.
Yep, because it's masterwork and it's technically a +2 shield.
It says
Ooh,
16.
So it's
that is
got-
busted.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a fucking strong ass shield.
21
Awesome.
is my new AC now.
Yep.
Nice. That's like what Gale's is when he's blade singing.
Hell yeah.
Fucking
Cool, great. So yeah,
This shield
Gale's
is
gonna-
very powerful.
it's very pretty. But yeah, Gale's
Alright.
gonna hand that over and very, very like ceremoniously, politely hand it over and hand it over for Quincy to accept.
He will accept it and give you a deep bow.
Fitting that Bahamut symbol will protect you now from an evil aligned dragon, clearly.
Clearly, yeah. It'll be great.
I believe that his blessing will follow you with it, should you put it to good use.
I will put it to good use. I just have to get a rapier now.
I believe I have a spare you can borrow until you get one of your own.
Oh, are you sure?
So
Yes.
you guys were traveling with Alexander, the guy who you guys saved. And
Right.
he will kind of come up and go, I can provide you with a weapon of my own. And he will pull out he was carrying a broadsword too, similarly to the ones from the tomb. And he'll go, you can have this.
If you're entirely sure.
Yeah, I think I'm going to use something different. I think ranged will be my new friend. Broadsword is a martial weapon that does 2d4 slashing damage.
Broadsword.
It is a one-handed weapon.
Broadsword. 2d4.
that sword's for broads.
Hey, got a broadsword for broad.
Assigned female at sword.
We've got the broadsword and the Dane blade.
Giant sword at birth.
Give me 1 second and I will have a picture of what this sword looks like.
Don't forget the floozy flail.
I was looking for the information and I just scrolled past Helios
Hold
that
on.
I drew ages ago.
Yeah. So it is in. I did put it in important house rules. What it does. It is in our chat. The sword itself looks like this. Call adventure. This is what your sword looks
Ooh.
like.
Ooh,
Pretty.
look at that.
It's, similar to a Scottish basket-hilted broadsword.
That shit slaps as fuck.
Yep.
2d4 slash.
These are the standard issue for warriors of Cormyr. Like the infantry
Yeah.
of Cormyr carry these blades. Which
Hell yeah.
likely you've worked with the basic infantry and probably also the Purple Dragon Knights. Because very often the Flaming Fist will go down and help other militaries.
Yeah. I did have a question when we all moved to do, like, whatever we're doing post getting back into town.
Yeah, resting.
Is there any way that I can reach out to anyone in the Flaming Fist wondering why we're not out here?
I mean, so you would know, kind of inherently, why you're not out here. This is technically protected by the Lord's Alliance and Neverwinter. Neverwinter, this is the jurisdiction of Neverwinter. And so, Neverwinter often will have people kind of come down and patrol down here, but lately, because of how many problems Phandalin has been having, they've had to contract out mercenary groups. Right now, the mercenary group that's taking care of the town, thanks to the party, is the Ulrith Nar, who are a warband of orcs and, like, Goliaths and goblins, who are very well known for being ruthlessly efficient.
Damn. Okay.
So they are in
Never
good
mind.
hands now, but before the party was like explained, hey, we need y'all to not attack people on this road, or we will have to kill you. I believe is kind of how it went, if I recall correctly. Essentially, that's kind of who's patrolling the town. That, and recently, a bunch of Triton have shown up in this town that are technically soldiers of the Golden Pearl Kingdom. So now not only are the Ulrith Nar here kind of as a mercenary company to protect the town, the Golden Pearl Kingdom has kind of, because there's an embassy here, has begun to move soldiers in, which again, these are conquerors, people who both of these groups are groups that are well known for, if they're if you butt heads against them, only like some of the most powerful militaries in the world can stop them. Specifically the Golden Pearl Kingdom, because of like the fact there's just so fucking many of them. One of the few militaries that's ever been able to stop the Golden Pearl is Melvant, very specifically, because they kind of butted heads and it was more of a stalemate than anything else. And so essentially the war happened, Melvant would not back down, neither would the Golden Pearl, and Scylla had to go, hey, neither of us are winning this, let's leave. And then Scylla kind of went to Charybdis when the party was in Neverwinter, and went, hey, we need to draw up a peace treaty between us and Melvant, because if we don't, we're just gonna go to war again. And then they drafted a peace treaty. So the Flaming Fist technically don't have jurisdiction here.
Sick. Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Because they are a Baldur's Gate specific. Like you do patrol like around Elturel and like other areas in that area, and like you do technically have like some authority in most of Faerun, but when it comes to like areas around Neverwinter or areas around Waterdeep, they have their own militias. So it's easy for them to kind of explain to you like, hey, we will take care of these things if we are informed about it, but we're not going to begrudge you helping, essentially. But you are not the authority here.
Sick. Good to know. So I was thinking about it, and I was like,
why the fuck isn't the Flaming Fist here? But yeah, so you guys typically just don't come up that far. Hey, Eldritch, if you could go on to like push to talk, because we can hear stuff in the background.
Oh, sorry.
You're okay. Go ahead, Gale.
So we all heading back to the inn then at this point, roughly?
Any objections from the party?
No.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. Because Gale, as they're walking, Gale wants to talk to a couple folks.
Okay.
Yeah. Just casually. Gonna try and pull. Well, okay. Gale's gonna stop by Lorraine and then go to Charybdis. So Lorraine first. Gale's gonna walk up next to her real quick. Try and get her attention.
Yeah, she just sort of turns to. She doesn't like stop walking or anything. She just kind of keeps walking, turns red.
I have something for your sponsor of sorts. I've been meaning to return it for a while. Well, not
All right.
return, but exchange it.
And what might that be?
Gale holds out a scroll, similar to the one that he used when we all went to Trog's shop a while back. And he holds it out for you to take.
He sort of squints at it. You sure about this?
It is no longer of use to me, especially because we can return whenever we wish, and Trog himself has assured me that any who do not meet his standards for patronage cannot enter.
All right. I'll take your word for it.
Besides, she has something of mine, and I would like it back.
Yeah, something for whoever wants.
So once the scroll hits your hand, Lorraine, it is immediately replaced with a big fuck-off diamond.
Is this perhaps what you were looking for?
Yes, indeed. I was not expecting it to be so prompt.
Neither was I, to be frank, but there you go.
Thank you. Thank you. That's
Anytime.
Yeah, and Gale just he like nods, and then he kind of looks awkward, which is unusual for him, and then steps away. Like he's not sure what to do. But then he's gonna go up to Charybdis.
Hello.
Hello. I had a question for you.
What can I do for you?
So you're familiar with working with metal, yes?
Sure.
Could you at some point perhaps assist me in creating something?
Certainly. Is this about Leo's body?
Yes, actually, it is.
Well, then absolutely I can. I have promised to do so.
Well, it's more of a stopgap measure between now and whenever that occurs. I will have to file the necessary paperwork between now and then. So it will take some time both to gather the supplies and get the funds all arranged. Because you will be paid for it, I assure you.
Okay. What do you
but,
need?
Well, between now and then I was reading up on magical artifacts and items and the creation thereof, and I thought it might be helpful if I could create something that could deter some damage, I suppose, between now and then.
Something abjuration magic, or something to just scare things off?
More of transmutation, mending specifically.
Okay.
I can cast it, I can create the magical item itself, but I need an item to attach it to. So
Ah. What do you think?
would you be able to help me make a ring of sorts, perhaps?
Certainly, a ring I can do overnight.
Wonderful, yes. And I can have you paid for that as well, and whatever you like.
I'm not short for cash, but so long as you can cover the cost of the materials, that should be fine for me.
Of course.
If you need anything else, just let me know.
Nope. People keep saying that.
Are you alright?
Doing as well as can be expected.
You're sounding a little bittersweet, but everyone survived. At least, I think I understand.
Yeah, when you say everyone survived,
Yeah, I think she realized that as soon as she said it as well. Like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, okay,
yeah,
I get it.
yeah, Gale's face, absolutely crestfallen. Looks like
Yeah.
he might cry on the spot.
You get a hug from this short, strong lady.
Thank you. Yes. I'm all right. We can continue walking. I should return to Leo's side. Thank you.
And Gale walks off.
All right.
Should I roll like Smith's tools for making a ring?
Yes. Roll Smith's tools, and then, do you have craft alchemy? Or no, that's Pathfinder. That's Pathfinder. Never mind.
I mean, I have alchemist supplies.
Yeah. So I would need you to roll both to make a magic item.
Okay.
Yeah, you can
How's
make
that?
a ring of mending.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Gale can provide the spell scrolls and all the money for it, which is all of his money because he wants to make one with 4 charges. And I talked this out with Belle before. It's going to cost him all the money he has on him.
Yep. Yeah, no, you absolutely can. You can get, you can pay every dime you have to create a ring of mending with 3 charges.
Mhm.
And
Cool.
yeah, absolutely.
I imagine that's probably going to take a day or 2, probably.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys, here's what I'm gonna let you guys do. You guys can rest up for a few days in Phandalin. Because you guys, one, lost a party member, and then immediately jumped into a dungeon crawl.
Yeah.
And took no time
How
to
we
grieve.
cope, right? No, that's how we cope.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Yeah.
just keep going.
Yeah,
So
we burn
here's-
ourselves out.
So here's what's gonna happen. You're going to return back to the inn, and there's going to be a very angry dragon sitting on a bar stool, daggers
Oh
at Gale.
no.
Oh, yeah? Yeah?
Sarah waves
There
ecstatic,
is?
excitedly.
Yeah, Gale will wave and go up to Solana. Nothing's wrong, surely.
So sitting directly next to Solana is a rather
Uh-huh.
familiar-looking halfling.
Oh really?
She
Yeah?
has tan skin, long golden hair. This is Evandra.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
cool. All right, cool. Yeah, Gale's gonna turn the party real quick and go,
Apologies. It seems I will not be joining you for dinner. I have matters to attend to.
and then I think he's gonna, try to tell Leah to have a fun evening and and go do whatever he wants while Gale is gonna take Solana and Evandra and offer to take them to his room so they can talk privately. But it's up to all of these various NPCs whether or not they will go with Gale's suggestions.
Oh no, neither of them are moving.
Great.
Solana
Cool.
just kind of goes,
Great.
Do you want to start, Ava? And she goes, no, you can go. He's your charge. And Avenger just kind of leans in and goes, Mithra and Gale, where have you been for the past day and a half?
Busy.
I'm sorry?
I have been busy. I've been around. Did you need something? Was I unaware of some previous engagement
You need rest.
or obligation? There are still things to do.
Aha. But if you don't rest between them, you will not survive, my lord.
I was planning to go out tomorrow and rest tonight between now and then.
I would suggest, and when she says suggest, a bit of ice comes out of her mouth. Resting for more than a night.
Very well, I can see you feel strongly about this. How long would you suggest
At least
that
a
this
week.
rest should... An entire week is a very long time to make the people of this town wait for change.
She like gestures to Leo and she goes, "Do you see how beat up he is? Do you see how beat up you are?"
Yes, I am aware. I'm dealing with both in various ways.
Until you have all, and she'll gesture to the whole party, rested for at least a week, I will personally be defending this town. Now, I do not have to express to all of you what that means. I do not believe any of the brigands or beasts that you have been facing would like to come out while I am in my full form.
Is this happening in a private chamber, or is
Nope,
this out
this
in
is
like
out
the
in the
tavern?
fucking
Nope.
tavern.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
Hera
I'm
raises
very
her
uncomfortable.
claw.
And she'll
Hera raises her
she'll,
claw in the
she'll
air.
like gesture to you.
While I agree that we do need several days of rest, there are children at a tall spire that we do need to rescue because they are children and they will die.
Where?
At the ice spire.
I see. I understand that. But we can...
I know, you were very distressed over your own kid in harm's way.
Yes.
I am very distressed over my best friend's kit
I see.
continuously being in trouble.
I see.
And the longer we prolong this, the more whatever consequence is going to happen, or whatever ritual they're planning, will harm a great many of the Feywild.
Take at least 2 days, then. I will knock it down to
I was
2.
going to say 3.
That
but 2 is
works.
fine.
3.
Rule of 3s.
3 days.
I'm down for 2.
3 days will be about as many as you need to help repair my friend here. And she'll gesture to Leo. And he kind of goes, yeah, the process of making my body is it's a few days process, and I don't think this one's going to hold up against a dragon. I'm kind of...
Then we will
running on
rest.
fumes. It's either you rest or you can leave Leo with me when you go to face the dragon. And Leo just kind of looks down and goes, no.
He will not do that.
Understood.
So we will rest.
And I think Gale just says that and then nods to everyone and then heads back to his room.
Wait,
The Solana just kind of watches and goes, that boy is not okay.
Yes, but forcing someone to rest against their will is not a great way to handle their mental.
That's true, but with Gale, it is hard to get him to rest in general at any point. He has proven, while effective and often helpful, stubborn as a mule. So
Can't say I blame him. Lots of work needs doing.
I understand that. I just need you
A lot
all
of people
to at
need
least
saving.
rest a few days before you go out into another dangerous battle with whatever creatures, whatever creatures you are off to fight next. I worry for all of you.
I think Quincy just nods quietly in the back. He has nothing to add. Yeah, resting? I mean, sounds fair enough. At least for a little bit. It says Quincy, the one who got fucking absolutely eaten by fucking goop.
But yeah, and then You kind of, Solana just kind of hops up and goes, I will see you all in 3 days' time.
course.
Thank you for acquiescing and resting for me. And she will head out. And Evandra will kind of smile at each of you and go, you are very good-natured people. I like that.
She's
Fuck you.
I think he looks
Evandra
at
literally just sat there and listened. Like, she's just the kindly old halfling lady in the corner. Solana was the one that was like, y'all need to rest or else.
That's her in the corner.
I don't think Hero has the context that that's.
A god.
Well, no, I guess I do
Yeah.
have the context.
I
Was Evandra in her halfling form when talking about Rika in the Revivify portal dimension?
So essentially what it looked like was, have you ever seen the Vox Machina animated series?
Yeah.
You know when they see the Everlight?
Yes. Okay,
That's what
okay,
it
cool.
looked like.
Okay. So yeah, there's just a sweet old halfling saying, "You're good
just
people."
Sweet old halfling
Yeah.
lady, very
Aw, thank
jovially going, "You're good-natured people. I like that."
Yeah. I think Quincy would give her like a deep ass bow because that shit's a fucking god right there.
You don't know that.
And probably do I
You
not?
don't. Quincy would not know that. The gods come in avatar forms hidden. The only one who's incredibly obvious is Bahamut, because
You know?
the 7 golden canaries.
Fair enough.
And then also Lolth, because she's followed by Shadow all the time.
Yeah, you could still deep ass bow as like this just cute little grandma comes up to you and goes, "You're a good person."
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
the soldier persona of you going, "Yes, I am. Thank you."
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think Charybdis is fuck off, but she kind of just grunts and goes off about her business.
Seeing most people are just walking off, it takes it as a sign it's okay to leave.
Yeah,
Which-
at this point you don't need orders, essentially. You are off
Yeah.
duty. You were told, hey, rest.
Alright, awesome. He can go rest.
Yeah. So you guys have 3 days to rest. Before you reconvene. However, I'm gonna come to each of you. I think we're gonna do that. Were we good to continue from here? This is my question.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
I've got a little longer I can go.
Okay. Eldritch, are you good?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So, first things first. Gale.
Mhm.
Later that evening, you get a soft, small knock on your door.
Okay. Soft and small. Odd. Unusual. But, they'll open the door politely.
Standing
or,
there,
He'll...
standing there is Evandra.
Oh, yeah,
Smile
okay.
up at
He
him.
immediately offers to let her in if she wants.
She will come in and offer, very suddenly, there's tea on your table. It wasn't there before, but there's tea, and there's, biscuits and things of that nature, and, cookies and shit. She just gently sits down at the table and pats the chair next to her. Can we have a conversation?
It is late, but who might refuse a god?
Maybe don't go spreading that around, dear.
I did not say anything before.
I know, but the walls have ears. And she'll wink at you.
Gale sits down, does not partake. Just looks at Evandra expectantly, like, yeah, you want to talk? Go ahead. Go ahead, talk.
And she'll gently pour herself some tea, and then pour you a cup that she knows you're not going to drink. And she'll smile and go, I know what's been going on has been rough for you. I know, because I know you. I have watched you with my Rika for many years. You are likely not going to talk about how you're feeling. At least not with me. And I understand that. I will ask if there is anything I can do to...
You too.
It's what Rika would have wanted, is for me to be here for you.
Well, you are here. Obligation fulfilled.
It's not an obligation, dear. It is a kindness that I would extend to those who would technically be family.
Would have been.
To me, and the Celestials above, not would have been, is.
Gale's, he still looks very sad. He looked very sad when he said that. He's not really sure what to think of that. He's thinking a lot, though.
Yeah. And Evandra kind of gently puts a hand on one of yours and goes, you know, if you wished, not as in the spell, but if you wanted to, every so often, not every day, but once in a while, I can allow you to speak to her.
Oh.
I have extended this courtesy to both you and her other love.
Oh. I think Gale's just sitting there frozen in place for a little bit. He's not certain what to do or how to respond to that. He's just kind of blinking owlishly at her.
Mm-hmm. And Evandra,
And
because she's a god, her passive insight's really high. She goes, I see that obviously I have befuddled you. Do you need a moment to process?
I don't know. Would she speak with me?
I can ask.
Allow me some time to consider your offer.
Okay. In the meantime, I will ask Rika if she would like to still speak with you. Won't be often. It would be maybe once a year.
Seems fair enough.
Okay. Please, though, I do ask, drink some of the tea. It is very good.
Thank you.
And she'll nod, and she'll smile, and she'll go, I'm going to leave now. I'm going to leave this tea set here. You may have it. And there's a box, and she'll point, and it's this little metal box, and it's got like kind of like the Shire looks like. What the Shire looks like. It's got one of that on the front of it. And it says Hillsfar Brews, the Hillsfar Brewing Company. And that's where the tea leaves come from, is from the town of Hillsfar, which is within the area of Melvaunt. It's a small farming village near Melvaunt that is technically under the jurisdiction of Melvaunt. This is a tea from back home.
Oh.
And it's a black tea. It's very good. It's warm, and it's got like if you've ever had English breakfast tea, that's kind of what it's got the notes of. And there's like a little thing of cream and sugar, and this is a full tea set with like
Mm-hmm.
motifs of like nature and things on it.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll smile, and then she will clamber out your window.
Okay. God clamming out his window. You know what? He's seen stranger things at this point, you know? Not much stranger, but
Just a halfling clambering out of your window.
she's left him with an enormous decision. And a tea set that smells like home. And I think Gale spends some time staring into the teacup until it grows cold.
Mhm.
And then it's probably past dark at that point.
Yes.
And he gets up and starts getting ready for bed.
Okay.
You know, polishing his swords and taking care of his boots, all that.
Yeah. Okay. So Gale, do you? I'm assuming you dispose of the tea that was made.
No,
no,
it's
it
just sitting
sits
there.
Okay. Leo
Uh-huh.
will get it after you're asleep. But yeah. And we're gonna pan over to Hero. What is Hero doing in the 2 days that Hero is resting?
Hero on the side would still do like the whole entertaining, just to make sure the song and dance is still like ingrained, but also change things up here or
Okay.
there.
Okay. Do me a favor. Roll performance
Yeah.
twice.
Yay! It performance 25. It performance 28.
Okay. And now I need you to roll me 2 D100. Roll them individually. And add 20.
Plus 20.
Yep, plus 20.
Okay.
Okay, so you
And
make
D100.
154 gold the first night,
Whoop.
and 207 the second.
Okay, 154.
Plus 207.
I'm bleeding the market here.
Yeah, no, people are definitely they're paying you really well because there hasn't been a good bard in Phandalin in decades.
Little do they know, I am not a bard.
Yeah, they don't know that, but they are paying you like you are.
Yeah. Little do they know. Maybe next level, or in 3 levels, I will humor the bard level. I'll be a 3 multi-class character.
But yeah, you get a good chunk of gold from this performance. There were some like nobles traveling through now that Phandalin is a little safer.
Yeah.
And they were able to give you this gold.
Yeah, so like how I imagine at night they're performing, and then by day it is gathering all the kids. Or it's just like making life fun for the kids in Phandelver, aka sliding them pixie dust and letting them run havoc.
Yeah, absolutely, and you have a wonderful time doing so.
Yeah.
So Lorraine and Charybdis.
Hi.
I kind of shoehorned you into what you're doing for the 2 days.
Gale can help, though, and take a load off so that they can do stuff, too.
No. In fact, Lorraine will lock him out.
But yeah, Leo will come to the 2 of you in the Triton Embassy very specifically, because that's probably where Charybdis' workshop is set up at the moment.
Mhm.
And he will he left his armor at home. He's wearing like normal clothes, and he takes the like tunic off, and you guys can see where he has he is more gold than he is porcelain at this point. Because he's been taking so much damage in battle. He's had to do quick field repairs to make himself, to heal himself. And so, because like Lay on Hands keeps the inside parts alive. The outside parts still need to be physically repaired because he's made of, a material that is kind of damageable. It's for fashion more than it is for function. There is like a tungsten gold composite on the inside that is completely pristine.
He's got to be pretty for his boyfriend, though.
Yeah, exactly. And he's just kind of he like opens up his chest, the chest part of his chassis, and you can see like the inner workings are working fine. That's not what he needs replaced. It's the outside that needs replacing.
Mhm.
And he goes and he points to this golden orb that sits in the center of his body. Because in his chest there are two things. There's a diamond, a big fucking diamond, and then this golden orb that sits where like the right lung would be. And he gestures to the
Wow.
diamond, and he okay, go ahead.
Weird that that giant diamond looks a lot like the one that Gail just got back from your Patreon, huh?
Yeah, that is another thing, is that it looks almost identical to the one that Lorraine gave back to Gale.
So you're just pointing at it?
And well, he's gonna speak. He goes, so this is my heart. It is, and he's gesturing to the diamond. It is the conduit in which the circuit that allows me to stay active exists within. And then this, and he gestures to the gold orb, this is my core. This is where my soul is.
I see.
To rebuild my body, you will have to remove my core. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to
Or
do
we
this
can-
away from Mithrangale.
Alternatively, we can take you apart piece by piece and leave your core right where it is and build it around you.
So the problem is that it could damage the core.
That also sounds
Wouldn't-
painful.
Wouldn't removing it have a chance of damaging the core?
No, there's a safe way to remove the core of my body.
Okay, walk me through it.
And he'll, first you have to remove the diamond so you don't electrocute yourself, first and foremost. And I'm gonna tell you the steps before you remove it, because after you remove it, I can't speak to you. So you remove the diamond first, and he'll gesture to these two like latches that are almost like they're like golden claws that are holding the orb in place. You press this button here and this button here, and these two will release. Somebody's hands have to be right there to catch the orb when it rolls out of its housing.
Okay.
And then
You want to be the delicate hands, Lauren?
I can try.
And then once you've
Excellent.
got the core out, and he'll pull out this very plush velvet pillow, just set it on this.
You just have that laying around.
It is literally
Curtis just
for
kinda
this
smirked.
exact purpose.
Fair enough.
All right, Pillow Princess. We'll get to work. Don't worry about it.
Fuck you. And then he goes, and then the rest of it, you guys know how to do artifice. I don't have to explain to you how, the body works.
And you're sure you don't want any like facsimiles of flesh or
And he
fish parts?
puts a finger on the where his abdomen meets his chest, and it opens, and you can see there are working human organs inside.
Ah,
I have a digestive system, and that's one of the reasons why I can't just let you take me apart piece by piece. It has to be careful.
well, I was asking, do you want flesh bits?
No, this is what I have now is fine.
Okay. Because I've got so many tentacles just spare. Like,
No, thank you.
We are not
Okay.
adding tentacles to him.
all right, nobody wants tentacles in this day and age. I understand.
I know a friend of mine who is similarly built to me that might. We just gotta wait till we get to Waterdeep to find him.
Yeah, it's always waiting for Waterdeep. I understand.
I mean, it's a big city. There's a lot of people there.
There is.
And then he'll just gently just sit there perfectly still. He goes, you have to take the diamond out first, and then the core.
Of course.
And then he will deactivate himself so that there's not electricity flowing through the diamond.
I was gonna say, like, Charybdis is just gonna take out the diamond because she's not actually afraid of getting shocked. She's been shocked before.
Yeah, but if he's awake when the diamond gets taken out, it's terribly painful.
Yeah, okay, that's valid.
So he just kind of deactivates, and then will allow you to build him a new body.
Wonderful.
What did he say? Wanted to be? He wanted it to be made out of again.
So you have been provided with. It's a more. So he is made from porcelain.
Yes.
That's what his body is currently made out of. There is
Yes.
what you have been provided with is something akin to porcelain, but it is much stronger. It is a almost marble-like substance that was sent to you via the gate spell from Ken, the current High Warden of Melvaunt, along with more gold and tungsten to add to his current chassis, to make sure kind of his organs and things stay in place and are safe. Ken was the one who built his original body.
Gotcha.
Lorraine, you were going to say something?
It could be quartz. Quartz is generally stronger than both marble and
That's
porcelain.
That's what it is.
Ooh.
It's just an opaque quartz.
I think
Like a
since it's
countertop.
only
Yeah.
I think since it's only 2 days, Charybdis isn't really doing any of the fancy embellishments she would normally do when she does repairs on this guy.
I mean, you'd have
No,
time.
like fancy. Okay.
Because rebuilding his body with the two of you will only take a day.
Valid.
Because of how skilled the two of you are as artificers. And so if you wanted to put embellishments or like, because he does have on his other body spell rot tattoos. Like he has spell runes carved into him. The pieces you were given kind of have those, but if you want to add more, you can.
Would it be a spell that I currently have?
Yeah, you can only add spells you currently have. The ones that came with it are already the ones he has.
Well, let's go with absorb elements then.
Okay. So what I'm going to need you to do is roll me an alchemist tools check.
You got it.
And if you roll it high enough, you can do it. Yeah. No, with an 18, you can get one charge of absorb elements into a spell rot tattoo onto like his back.
For when the breath weapons start hitting.
Give him a tramp stamp.
Hell
God.
yeah.
Well,
Charybdis was
I'm
here.
more intelligent to add one. I technically have Hellish Rebuke, so it's a Hellish tramp stamp.
Oh, Lord. Love this. Okay. Yeah, so on the second day, you are able to reactivate Leonidas. And he'll
Query.
say again?
Question. Eldridge, you mentioned hellish rebuke. Do you actually want to add that?
I mean, if it's allowed, it
Yeah,
would
absolutely.
Be useful, I think.
You're a artificer. So roll
Yep.
What tools do you currently have? Because I have Charybdis use alchemist tools.
I have Smith's tools. I'm also proficient with alchemist supplies, so I could use Charybdis's if he allows me.
Yeah,
And I
absolutely.
also have Tinker's tools.
I can also carve it if you prefer.
Yeah, you can use alchemist supplies. Those are the easiest way to do it.
Is it intelligence then, based?
Intelligence plus proficiency bonus.
Yep.
Cool. Just making sure, because I got on query.
Ooh.
Didn't mean to do advantage, but that has a 24.
So you are able to get 2 charges of Hellish Rebuke into his the piece of tattoo that you charge into him.
Hell yeah.
And you awake, I will say, this will also cost gold. Like, if you guys want to add these, this will cost gold to the equivalent of the amount of charges you're trying to put in. So it's 100 gold
I'll
per
front bill.
charge.
Gale
I'll front
would have.
bill on both.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Don't even you worry about it. These are just little additions that we're doing.
yeah, these are
Fair enough.
additions that the kingdom did not allocate funds to pay for. But yeah, so you pay the gold price. You're able to get these in, and then reactivate him, and he kind of looks at his new body, and he's just like, well, seems stronger, and I don't have all these broken pieces.
I push him over.
He just stays there. He's like, stop that.
I push him over again.
So as you're trying to push him, he is strong enough to keep you from pushing him. He has a higher strength score than you.
Really?
Yep.
I can make my strength score add my intelligence score to it. Are you sure?
I mean, no, not after that, but yeah.
I can cheat.
Standard strength score, he has a higher score than you.
What is the score?
Let's see.
It's actually not that high.
Oh, is it? Is it not? Oh, he doesn't have a higher strength score than you.
You could make it higher now that he's made out of stronger stuff, though.
So his constitution's gonna go up, not his strength.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably it. Con, not
Yeah, his
strength.
con's gonna go up, not his strength. It goes up by 2 points.
So still pushing him around, just making sure he actually can get his feet under him.
Yeah, he
instead
can.
of
He
getting.
does.
Okay.
Yeah, he did it the first time, and like, when you went to do it again, he went to punch you.
All right, there you are. I had a feeling you'd be awake.
And he's just like, yeah, no, I'm fine. It's just it takes me a second to get the servos to start moving again.
How's it feel?
It feels much stronger than it used to, that's for sure.
Good.
Why is my back? And he just goes, did you give me a tramp stamp?
No. I did want to ask, would you like me to install a crossbow into your belly?
No.
So you can fire at people. Okay. People don't like my ideas.
If I was gonna add a crossbow, it wouldn't be in my belly, it'd be in my right forearm.
We can say we can't use your chest. It's too full of stuff.
Yeah, it's got my belly also has organs and things.
Who needs them?
I do. I need to be able to eat. It's nice to feel normal.
Yeah, I understand.
But yeah, if you wanted to add a crossbow, my right forearm, cool. It'd be cool as heck to be able to just point it at people and fire crossbow bolts. That would be dope.
Could you do that too?
Say what?
Can she do that too? Should I roll?
Yeah, she absolutely can. That would be Smith's tools.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, Leo now has a wrist-mounted crossbow that he can activate.
There you go.
It's the equivalent of a hand crossbow, and it like sinks back into his arm when he's not using it. But yeah, we're gonna go over to Quincy. Quincy, what are you doing? Do we think?
Like over the 3 days?
It's 2 days, but yeah.
Oh, 2 days. Okay, I thought we were doing 3. I think.
I also thought we were doing 3.
Yeah, no, it's 2. Because
okay.
Evandra only wanted you to rest for 2 days, or not Evandra. Solana only wanted you to rest for 2 days. Because
But Hero said 3.
Yeah, Hero did say 3, but Solana's gonna come back on the 3rd and essentially go, okay, yeah, no, you guys really do need to get out there.
Fair enough, yeah.
Well, it's almost like a tough. I think like his days are probably mostly just training with like the new sword and the shield and whatnot.
Okay.
And every like his like kind of nightly routine in like a kind of similar fashion to what Lorraine did with like the picture of like her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
But like a picture too for his like family, and just like burning incense for them.
Okay.
But I think it's probably mostly training, killing time with what's her bucket?
Cynthia Hallwinter.
Yeah, with Cynthia when he's like taking a break.
Yeah, I mean she'd probably be training with you.
Yeah.
She's the so like that's kind of your contact for the authority that's up here.
Yeah.
Like the Lord's Alliance, which Cynthia works for, are the ones that kind of protect Neverwinter.
Right.
So that would be kind of you and her training. Probably she gave you a new tabard, like a new Flaming Fist tabard. Or
Oh
maybe
yeah,
yours.
Oh yeah, I think he would like start off like the rest, going, "I need to replace this,"
Yeah.
and then just forgetting.
Yeah, and Cynthia can just like, we can have that mended, or we can order you a new one. The Flaming Fist can send them, but we also know people in this town that have the mending spell. So
I mean, it would probably be faster to mend it than it would be
yeah,
to.
so you're able to get it mended and then train with Cynthia.
Yeah.
For your 2 days.
It's that and like writing like basically a report of what's been going on.
Yeah,
Just
and
if out of like if nothing else, just out of habit.
yeah, absolutely. And you can heal up to full, as can everybody else. You guys take the benefits of a long rest.
No, I come out of the 2-day rest with still 23 hit points.
No, you have full health. All of you do. And everybody can heal 1d4 points of stress.
I have 0 stress because I'm chill. I'm vibe. But yeah, I think a lot of his is nothing really exciting. Just getting like training in and keeping up with his stuff. Yeah, he's pretty boring. Doesn't probably. Yeah, no, I think that's pretty much it for him. Just trading, and then like actually taking a break instead of just trading all day and overworking his body.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, you can absolutely do that, and then yeah, I think that's absolutely where you can, where you're at, and you're able to do that easily.
Yeah, yeah. If I had more time, I'd do like a fun little scene, but I am gonna go do bedtime stuff. So
yeah, no, absolutely. Thank you for playing.
Yeah, it's been great having y'all here. I will see y'all on the flip side.
Alrighty.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Have a good one.
And then so I think that's everybody but Gale. What is Gale doing on the 2-day rest?
Well, mostly working on that magic item.
Mhm.
After Charybdis handed him the ring, probably just spends a lot of time on that. Also, he writes a letter to Alan about the gunpowder.
Okay. Alan has that paper that you had that can just go play wherever. And when you send the letter out, he'll kind of reply pretty readily. And kind of the correspondent that you get back from Alan is, "Oh goodness, thank you. That was hijacked from a delivery I had coming to Baldur's Gate. If you could send that on a courier with a courier, I would be very grateful. I really need it to blow some stuff up."
Yeah. Okay, well now Gale has to worry about finding a courier who can cart barrels of explosives.
There are couriers in Fentolin that'll do that.
Yeah. Gale will have to take care of that, as well as a bunch of other paperwork stuff for Leo's new body and a bunch of other stuff. And he probably later on. But yes,
one thing that you will notice about the paperwork for Leo's new body, it has already been filled out in Leo's handwriting.
Oh.
He did all of it for Gale, so he didn't have to. And the funds had already been allocated. Like, he did this in advance.
Oh. Okay. Would have been nice to know.
He did tell you he was getting his body replaced that night when you guys had that heated conversation.
Yeah, like a day ago.
Yeah, he did this in advance so that Gale wouldn't have to worry about it. There's even like a sticky note on the thing that says that essentially has like a heart on it and says it says "beat you to it" in Leo's handwriting.
Oh, that's adorable. Sorry, my cat's trying to get into a grocery bag right now.
I understand completely.
Okay, yeah, so I guess now that Gale has a little bit more free time than expected, he's gonna tend to his weapons more carefully than just his usual nighttime routine.
Okay.
Um,
So
and totally
as,
dissociate.
as you pull out Tearfing specifically,
Mm-hmm.
Gale, you, I believe, are still hallucinating. Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing.
So you hear I'm assuming. I'm going to go ahead and take the liberty of saying you have no ability to fend off what already seem like auditory hallucinations of Zuctamoy talking to you.
Uh-huh.
And she says to you, Mithrangale, my darling Mithrangale, I'm sorry I have been out of contact. I know in this time you are grieving, for your beloved has returned to the soil. I have, however, seen those who have told you they could help you, and all they offer are words. I will offer something more. Would you like to have your beloved back?
Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. So Gale up until that point had probably been trying to ignore that. Cause he's been, he's been having a time of it. But when she says that, he absolutely stops in his tracks. Of like polishing the sword and taking care of things like that. And he just stares at it inquisitively and asks just one word.
How?
As I have said to you on many occasions, I offer you powerful magics. Very powerful magics. Of no cost. Well, this one will need to come at a small cost. You must give up one spell for another.
One spell for another, that seems fair enough. What? And it's nothing more than that, just a simple exchange.
Exactly. I would never lie to you, my dear boy. I have not yet, and I will not start now.
Gale has like a million more questions, and they're all fighting to be the first one out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he stutters for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of asking any of his probably important and good to know questions full of information that would have been very helpful and could clear up a lot of things and explain how this all would work and would maybe stop him from being stupid, I think he just says,
All right.
Question. Because you know what spell we're talking about.
I do.
What level spell is it?
It is a 4th level spell.
Let me see what your 4th level spells are.
I believe.
We're gonna pull up your character sheet. 4th level spells.
We're gonna go shopping.
Yes, actually.
I
Ooh,
think
I
I may
like
have
it.
already. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, fabricate.
Yes. So she will go. Now, you will have to give me the fabricate spell, and I will give you an aspect of your beloved. I will not lie to you and say it is the whole thing, but an aspect of her will be with you.
Fabricate. I have not had a chance to use that spell. So I suppose I do not need it.
All you need to is place the blade of your sword on your spellbook, and I will do the rest.
Cool. So Gale's definitely so normal about this and is behaving very rationally, and he's basically in a trance. Like, he's not enchanted, he's not being persuaded or anything magically, but he is stuck in thought and memory as he does this. Like, everything is far away, like he's swimming underwater.
Mm-hmm.
But he does. He holds the sword over his spellbook.
Have you ever seen Fern Gully?
It's been a while, but yeah.
You know the villain that kind of looks like Sludge, played by Tim Curry?
The ooze guy,
the ooze guy. That, the hand comes out of the sword and just slowly runs over where the spell Fabricate was, and in its place is the spell Spirit of Vengeance.
Interesting. Okay. Gale would look at it, and I don't think that's a spell he's ever seen before.
Okay.
So he would look at it for a moment, and then he would ask the sword aloud.
And this will Rika.
It will give you an aspect. I will not be able to claim. I will not claim I can give you the whole thing, for she is not willing to come back completely. But
I know.
This will be an aspect of her that you can carry with you whenever you wish.
Something is better than nothing.
Exactly. As I said, I offer you more than just words. And while I may not be your patron the way some would create their own spellcasters, I will be your benefactor. I will care for you as if you were my own son.
I think Gale is just sitting there, and he's gonna start studying this spell.
Okay. So
he may not have even heard what she said at the end there, because he's so focused, and he's gotten in focus mode, and that's what he spends the rest of his rest doing, learning that spell.
So we're gonna go ahead and call it here. But I will ask, how's the party feeling?
Good game.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's fun.
But yeah, post session, kind of on stream for the moment. How do we feel about the new, the kind of information that at least someone outside of your party is like caring for all of you to a point where they're like, hey, you should all rest. Like, you have a mom friend.
Yeah.
And B, what do we all think?
I think it's cute.
Thank you. And B,
Sorry.
what do we all think about what happened with Gale?
What do you mean? What happened?
I have my hand raised.
Yes.
Teacher, call on me.
Yes.
Can I guess what it is?
Sure.
So was this a bargain spell for a spell, basically?
Yes.
Did you get Summon Celestial?
No.
Okay. Because what I was saying is Jester and I were literally talking about this. Because this is an 8 a.m. thought that I had at work. And it was like, if we ever casted Summon Celestial or Conjure Celestial, would we be able to summon Rika to fight with us?
So,
in the aspect form.
So essentially, what will happen is in the heavens right now, Rika has ascended from being an Aasimar to being what's the next step up? I cannot remember.
A Deva?
Yeah, a Deva. I couldn't remember if it was a Deva or a Planar. But has become a Deva. So technically, yes.
Well, because I pitched that to Jester before I could pitch it to you as just like a fun thought to have. And Jester was like, oh, absolutely. If like Leo ever casted summon Celestial,
Yeah.
Rika would come.
Yeah.
It is a
'cause it's
5th level spell, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
It's a
you guys will get
cleric
there.
paladin spell.
You guys
Yeah.
will get there.
That's
But like
cool.
only Leo and Hero could do it, and then Jester and I agreed that with Hero it would be a coin flip if it would be Rika, or it would just be some other Deva that shows up. But for Leo it'd be 100%.
Yeah, it would be Rika. Gale,
Yeah.
however, does not know that. And Gale
No.
was
Yeah,
given Spirit of Vengeance because Spirit of Vengeance can be made to look like and
Technically-
sound like.
The original spell is called something different.
What is the original spell called?
Spirit of Death.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Spirit
yes.
of Death. But yeah, so you will for right now, an aspect almost like a simulacrum of
Mhm.
Rika will be able to be summoned for the time being. And we did kind of talk to Jess about this, and Jess was on board. So that's gonna be fun to see the other thing. And I will say that very specifically, Zucknamoy has not asked Gale to be a warlock yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
Keyword.
It's
Zucknamoy,
not going to happen as long as Lorraine
Yeah.
hasn't.
Zucknamoy at this point just wants Gale to keep his end of the bargain and keep using Tyrfing. That's all she wants.
Yeah.
Because the more he
Mhm.
uses Tyrfing, the stronger she gets.
Woohoo!
That is also why Lorraine needs to talk to Asmodeus about keeping an eye on that lady.
Yeah, on Zucknamoy?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, absolutely. You're gonna pit a great old one versus a god. It's not gonna be fun. Thank you everybody for watching. We're gonna go ahead and head off. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you're over on YouTube. And fuck you, Dave.
Fuck
You.
Dave.
Bye, Dave.
Fuck you, Dave.